Just waiting for that recording as it spins. There we go. So recording started. Okay, so our AutoCAD drawing one, our exercise one. Let's have a look. Title block is good. So you're reusing the title block. That's great. Drawings all look
Oh,
fine except for this line. Probably something wrong with that. Maybe you snapped to the wrong thing. But other than that, it's okay. Some extra lines. The main thing is this line over here. This one is probably your viewport. So what we can do is we can make sure that this viewport, first of all, will extend all the way to your margins. That way you can make use of the whole space in case you need to. And then we need to move this into the depth points layer. If you remember, we had the depth points layer, which will ensure that whatever we put into that layer does not get printed. So yeah, other than that, seems fine. Let's look at Fuhaman. Also same thing. This one's better. The drawings are all alright. This one, this radius seems a bit big, but it's okay. It's not important. It looks like your margin and your title block. I can't see whether it's because of the printing or the thickness does seem different. Yeah, the thickness is different. I think you've taken this title block. Sorry, you haven't really done margins. This might be your viewport. I'm not sure. So you're not supposed to use the viewport as margins. You're supposed to draw lines as the margins. So now you can see your title block is one thickness, and then your margin is another thickness, which is not right. They should be the same thickness. So just watch out for the next round. Up next is Grace Tang. Good. Then Ng Jie Long. Okay, so for you, it seems like you might have put all your drawings into depth points, making your drawings all thinner than the margins, which is not what we want. We want to maintain the thickness of these object lines because today we're going to look at dimensions, how to make dimensions, and we want those dimensions to be thin. So that's how we differentiate between dimension
I
and
don't know how
object.
to. First, I
Hmm?
don't know how to get rid of the line down below. I forget. I don't know how to use the
There's no
depth
need.
point.
There's no need to get rid of the line. You just have to move that line into depth points. Then when you print, it will automatically disappear.
Because I don't know how to use the depth
Don't
point.
worry, later I'll cover it again because we are
Okay, thank
looking
you.
more in depth into that function. Yeah, and then of course your name is spelled Ng space J space Long.
sorry, as I forgot to do the title block.
Oh, it's okay, fine, no problem. Just don't forget the next round. Because after this exercise today, after today's exercise 3 and 4, there's going to be marks. So make sure you don't forget your title block. Drawings are fine. No, drawings not fine. This one looks too short. Something went wrong here. And then looks like you put everything into depth points. So it's too thin. Look at Shankar's work. This okay. So you got a mismatch here. Your drawing is supposed to be portrait. Your drawing is portrait, but then you put it on a landscape piece of paper. So you need to make sure to match the two. If you're gonna do a portrait title block, then you print it in a portrait layout. Then this drawing here something wrong. This is not 0.5 by 0.5 here. It's not a square. You have to use offset to draw it properly. Okay. Later, I think I will cover again how to change the paper from portrait to landscape. This one also okay. Good overall. Spacing a little bit funny. Probably a little bit too much space here, but that's just nitpicking lah. Okay. Yep, title blocks all there, margins all there, the thicknesses of the line is all there. That's good. Oh yeah, this one withdraw already. Okay, so let's move on to manual drawing. Let's look at manual drawing. our manual drawing exercise. Okay, everything is in order. I would have preferred everything to be a little bit closer together. So perhaps this one and this one, maybe a little bit closer together to make the drawing look a little bit more balanced. Because right now there's a lot of empty space over here. Title block, okay, your writing here could be straighter if possible. You should spend the time to have guidelines here as well. So you draw guidelines here. That way, your name and whatever you're putting there will be straight, will be the same height, and it's not going to go down or upwards. And then for title block, if you're only going to be using this much space in the title block, you can make the title block smaller. Now you end up with a lot of empty space, which doesn't look nice, doesn't look balanced. And now that I look closer at your drawing, your lines aren't that clean. So try and make it clean. So you can see, I can see here double. Probably what you did was you've tried a few times to draw that arc, and then they kind of overlapped, which is not ideal. Yeah, it makes your drawings not so clean. But I saw just now margins were fine, nice and thick, correct size. Same thing, balance. So your drawing here not balanced. A lot of empty space at the bottom. A margins. Got sticky outy bits here at the margin, which is not what we want. The margin is supposed to be a rectangle, not stuff sticking out here. Other than that, the drawing seems fine. You've done a better job of the writing at least, so everything is roughly the same height. It's easier to see. Okay. Next up is Grace Tang. Okay, you've gone for a portrait, which is fine. Would have preferred thicker margins. Your title block here is one thickness, then your margins are different thickness. So need to make sure that they are consistent. Drawing is good except for some funny parts over here, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, Wi-Fi 6 certified, brand new laptop. Margin, same thing. Margins could be the same thickness as your title block. Um, Drawing is fine. Guidelines, your guidelines here could be thinner. Can I zoom in? There we go. Yeah. If possible, this guideline here will be thinner than the rest of the drawing. That way it's clear that this one is thin. Okay, yeah, I guess for a 2B pencil, that's the best you can do lah. So you try lah. It's good enough that from far away you can't really see it, so that's okay. Ong Junxiang, okay. Also alright, also same thing. I think it's the same for all of you guys. You can try and balance your drawings a little bit better. So now you've got a lot of space in the center, a lot of empty space makes your drawing actually nothing wrong with it, but it's just aesthetically to look at, it's just a little bit nicer. Same thing, margins, try and make them consistent. I can see here it's thin, then suddenly it's stop here, then suddenly it's thick here or whatever. So try to make them consistent. Shankar, you haven't put anything up?
Miss, Mr.
Yes.
Chuming wasn't here because his Wi-Fi wasn't fixed yet. His Wi-Fi was down since yesterday.
Chunming?
Ah, Chuming.
Chunming isn't here.
Chuming wasn't here.
Oh yeah, he's not here, I know.
Pass.
It's okay, so this recording I'll put up, then you all can watch later. Whoever's not here can watch.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Suren, for doing the center lines. No one else did the center lines, I see. Very good. I like your center lines. Okay, you sort of done it right. But yeah, okay lah. Overall, you done it right lah, which is long, short, long. Yeah, long dash, short dash, long dash. Probably could have flipped long then short. The short meet in the center, rather than the long meet in the center. You've kind of flipped it around already, but you've got the basic idea of the center line. That's good. If I'm being nitpicky, then this line here is thick, 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 then suddenly tapers off to become thin. So that's not great to look at. But that's nitpicking. From far away, you can't tell. Margins are clean, good. Drawing, everything is clean. Title block is there. You've got all your writing, generally the same size. So that's good. Good job. Okay, Umu Fahima. Oh, you told me you went for A3 paper. So that's why it looks so huge. Your arcs here aren't that clean. I'm not sure how you drew it. Not sure whether you did you use a compass for this? I hope you did. I don't know whether you used a compass for it. Because it looks like you drew this by hand. So if you didn't do this by hand, then you need to practice a bit more with the compass. If you did do this with freehand, then you need to get a compass. You can get it anywhere, any stationery shop. You can get a set of mathematical instruments. Good try on the center line, but the center line is not done with dashed lines like this. The dashed line is used to mean something else. Yeah, it's used to indicate hidden lines. For center line, it's long dash, short dash, long dash, short dash, like we saw Suren do. Oops. Okay. Title block, if you're going to have different information, you should have a different role for it. So this one, Umufaima, will be one straight line here to indicate that that's one piece of information, then the next piece of information. Okay. And then, of course, Young Vincent is withdrawn. So yeah, those are your exercises. Hopefully those comments will help you. Then you can make some improvements in the next one. Yeah, just for to make it easy to